It has been quite the journey for Scott Cooper and Christian Bale. Out of the Furnace and Hostiles are the first two movies in what Bale is now referring to as their Ethics of Revenge trilogy. The Pale Blue Eye is the third movie. This collaboration has a stronger connection that has persisted despite the fact that all three movies share a loose theme of revenge. Bale is a fantastic actor and Cooper is still developing as a writer-director. The gothic whodunit nature of the film The Pale Blue Eye, which is based on a book by Louis Bayard, allows for a second or third viewing to reveal information or clues that were missed during the first. After it is over, though, it won't likely pique your interest for another watch, much less another thought. In The Pale Blue Eye, Christian Bale plays renowned veteran detective Augustus Landor, who is called to the United States Military Academy in West Point for a very urgent situation involving a hanged and dismembered cadet. With his exceptional talent for cracking complicated cases, Landor is tasked with solving the mystery because there are suspicions that satanic practices may be occurring at the academy. In Edgar Allan Poe, the chatty cadet looking for the chance to be stimulated in ways the academy has failed, he finds himself this time with an unusual but willing partner. Finding the truth, Landor and Poe learn that although the violent act may have seemed monstrous, its motivations were as human as they come. Cooper's development as a filmmaker, particularly in terms of his ability to forge a distinctive setting for his narratives, is demonstrated in The Pale Blue Eye. Cooper is skilled at creating a visual language that gives his stories depth and texture but, most impressively, that also rivets the audience. The Pale Blue Eye is flawless in terms of production. Masanobu Takeyanaga's cinematography capitalizes on the dark themes of the story and is the ideal bow that ties everything together. The costuming and production design are both delectably gothic. There is no denying that The Pale Blue Eye has a good appearance. Cooper's weakness, though, continues to be his storytelling skills, which are also one of his strengths. Technically speaking, there is very little to complain about with The Pale Blue Eye. Cooper, however, fails to pace his narrative to generate the necessary tension and sense of peril for the third act. Despite the majority of the ensemble being non-Americans, the characters are muted, with their characters being little more than set dressing. Charlotte Gainsbourg, Gillian Anderson, and Lucy Boynton suffer the most. The most unbelievable waste is probably Gainsbourg, who serves as nothing more than Landor's sounding board for Bale. Furthermore, they don't get along at all. Despite playing crucial roles in the mystery, Anderson and Boynton receive little screen time and Cooper fails to plot his story compellingly, which causes both of them to be sidelined. It appears that Anderson's artistic decisions were more accidental than deliberate. Poor character development reflects the story's flaws, but we only really get a sense of Cooper's perspective through one particular character. There is no denying Bale's talent as an actor, and he is excellent. But when it comes to a murder mystery that touches on the occult but centers primarily on the darkness of life, it's peak gothic horror, ideal for an Edgar Allan Poe-led production. Poe is a supporting character, not the main one, though. Even though The Pale Blue Eye is a work of fiction, Edgar Allan Poe's persona comes across as the most genuine and sincere. Poe is the subject of intense interest in the film thanks to Cooper's writing and Harry Melling's energetic and enthusiastic performance. He is, at most, Landor's Watson to that of Landor. Although Landor is a compelling character in and of himself, Bale has already portrayed him. His performance and Cooper's writing of the character that commands a lot of attention contain very little surprise or excitement. An illustration of a movie not being the right medium to tell this particular story is The Pale Blue Eye. Cooper struggles to organize his story in a way that will lead to an exciting and satisfying conclusion when dealing with a mystery that involves so many characters and has complex relationships and plot threads at play. The conclusion is hurried and confusing. The conclusion comes in with a thud because there wasn't much done to incorporate compelling characters into the story. The 2 hours will feel both excessively long and inadequate as the third act comes to a close. Cooper could have sped up the action to add tension and drama, or he could have developed his themes and characters in a miniseries. In either case, he must continue to develop as a writer if he wants his collaborations with Bale to continue to be profitable. Cooper had to restructure The Pale Blue Eye's narrative to put Edgar Allan Poe in the lead so that the Gothic mystery's grisly plot would be built on the poet's renowned dark and macabre personality. Poe is not a fixture, he is a feature. The Pale Blue Eye is ultimately more of a story that was lost than one that can be appreciated on its own. In terms of historical fiction, the movie falls short of making the most of its main historical figure, even though Melling's performance is a shining example. The Pale Blue Eye premiered in a few theaters on December 23, 2022, and became available to stream on Netflix on January 6. The 128-minute movie carries an R rating due to some bloody and violent scenes. According to us, 2/5 is the grade. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and support my channel.